Is your hair a frizzy mess? It's hot, it's humid, and you feel like Chewbacca. Hi, I'm Julie Hartsfield with Heartfelt Beauty. Today we're going to make the styling product for the opposite end of the spectrum from our volume foam. So volume foam is for a fine, textured, limp, straight type of hair. But on the other side of that, if you have coarse, dense, curly, frizzy hair, the heat and humidity does not make your hair flat. It makes it explode. It can get unmanageable and frizzy and not smooth. So we're gonna make a smoothing hair gel to help give light and shine back to your hair, smooth it out, tame down that frizz, and give you that perfect summer hair you've always wanted. So let's go get started making your new favorite product. Hair gel is one of the easiest and most versatile styling products you can make. It's mainly water with styling polymers for hold, and the possibilities for the remainder of the formula are endless. Proteins, extracts, silicones, oils, humectants, the list goes on and on. There are several thickeners you could choose from, but carbomers are the most commonly used. Carbomers make clear gels, are inexpensive, have a low usage rate, and are easily accessible. The difference between a gel, a serum, a glaze, and a gelée can be just the amount of thickener used. These are all just marketing terms. So learning to formulate this type of product can give you so much room to play and experiment. This formula is for hair that tends to frizz in the heat and humidity, so it doesn't have the polymer that adds a lot of texture like we used for fine limp hair in our volume foam. This product uses a botanical enzyme-based material called KERA straightening and curl to help reshape the hair while thermal styling. It also uses argan oil and silicones to smooth coarser hair types and add incredible shine. Adding humectants to a formula for this type of hair will hydrate the hair, which reduces frizziness. Many people think moisture is the cause of frizz because their hair gets frizzy in humidity. But if you fill your naturally textured hair with moisture and then protect it with polymers or silicones, it won't be able to take moisture from the air and revert back to its natural curl pattern, which is what causes frizz and the most basic explanation of that process. Moisturized hair also has less static electricity. The two humectants used here, propanediol and glycerin, have been found to work synergistically together, increasing moisture and reducing the tackiness that can result from glycerin alone. I also have seen claims that propanediol improves wet and dry combing, which is always a bonus for this type of hair. Panthenol, also widely known as provitamin B5, thanks to certain commercials on TV, is widely used in hair and skincare. It moisturizes the hair and helps improve the structure. I'm sure you know many of the benefits if you've watched TV in the last 20 years or so. Make sure you get DL panthenol, because that is the form that's effective in cosmetic formulations. I prefer the powder because I can include it in my heated water phase, whereas the liquid must be added in the cool down phase. And the liquid is usually more expensive too. KERA straightening and curl utilizes an enzyme technology that has been shown to reduce styling damage while providing conditioning benefits and style retention. You can read up on it on Formulator Sample Shop's website. They have all kinds of information available by request too. This material can be used in many types of leave-in applications, from gels to creams to serums. The thickener is sodium carbomer used at 1%. This polymer is pre-neutralized, which makes it incredibly easy to use. Carbomers usually require an alkaline catalyst to raise the pH and allow it to thicken, but this one thickens it without that step. You can use it to make gels or serums, thicken shampoos and body washes, and to thicken your water phase and stabilize your emulsions. This carbomer dries quickly with a very clean, smooth skin feel. Carbomers also resist bacterial attack and do not support mold growth, which is awesome, although you still need a suitable preservative. I have 2 silicones in this formula. Cyclopentasiloxane is a volatile silicone, meaning it evaporates. This means that when the product is applied to the hair or the skin, the cyclomethicone will improve the spreadability and lubricity during the application, but once it evaporates, it leaves behind a silky soft feeling without any greasiness or feeling of residue. Phenyl trimethicone is one of my favorite additions to hair products for its high shine but lightweight feel, even at extremely low usage levels. It's not the cheapest silicone for sure, but it's amazing in many hair and makeup formulations, so I always keep some on hand. Silicones are also the most widely used ingredients to provide thermal protection to the hair, and you can totally experiment with other ones. Dimethicone would also be a great addition here. Argan oil is an emollient oil that is amazing for dry, damaged, or coarser hair types. It was a huge trend a few years ago, but for good reason. It is on the more expensive side as far as oils go, but it doesn't take much to improve your formula for the right hair types. I've used Formulator Sample Shop's Barrier Protect in a formula for the skin on my channel before, but it's also great for hydrating your hair. It improves split ends and hair manageability. It can be used in leave-in products like stylers and leave-in conditioners, or in KERA products like conditioners and masks. My preservative is Liquid Germall Plus because it's easy and effective, but you can use whatever suitable preservative you like at the recommended usage rate. Let's go mix up our smoothing hair gel. I begin by adding 79 grams of distilled water. Next comes 2 grams of propane diol and 2 grams of glycerin. I add 0.5 grams of panthenol, then use my mini mixer to dissolve it. Panthenol doesn't usually require heat to completely dissolve it in water. The final addition to Phase A is 6 grams of KERA Straightening and Curl. I mix Phase A well and set it aside. Now I measure Phase C, my oil phase, into a small bowl. I begin by adding my 3 grams of cyclomethicone and 2 grams of argan oil. I add 3 grams of Formulator Sample Shop's Barrier Protect and 1 gram of phenyl trimethicone. Mix Phase C and set it aside. Now it's time to form our gel. I measure 1 gram of sodium carbomer into a silicone bowl. Slowly add the carbomer into the water while mixing with high shear. I'm using my mini mixer here, but if you're making more than 100 grams, use your immersion blender. Mix it until it is thickened. Once the gel is at your desired consistency, switch to a whisk and mix until it's smooth. Don't rush this step. Now begin adding your oil phase a little bit at a time, whisking it in well between each addition. Do this until all of your Phase C is well mixed into the formula. I add my preservative by measuring it into a bowl and then mixing some of the gel into it. Then I put that back into the main vessel. This ensures all of your preservative ends up in your product. I'm packaging this in a squeezable silicone tube. This is actually a salad dressing container from the dollar store, but they are perfect for sampling gels out to my friends. For a larger batch of product, or to package this into a tottle, I would use a syringe to fill it. When filling a tube like this, squeeze the tube first, then let it go slowly as you fill it. This creates a suction effect, and it prevents your beloved gel from ending up everywhere but inside your tube. And there you have it. A lightweight, smoothing hair gel to beat the frizzies in the summertime heat and humidity. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Like, comment, subscribe, share beauty, spread love. I'll see you soon.